If you ever said, I know what to do, I just can't stick with it, today's video is for you because your problem probably isn't knowledge, it's your habits. Hi, I'm Sherry from Fearless Over 50. In our last video, we talked about why consistency is more important than motivation. If you missed it, I encourage you to watch it because we're building on that foundation. Here's the good news. Consistency isn't the finish line, it's the beginning. When you repeat healthy actions over and over again, something incredible starts to happen inside your brain. Those actions begin to require less effort, which means less willpower and ultimately less decision making. And eventually, they become habits. That's where health starts feeling less like work and more like your new normal. Today, I'll explain why that happens and how you can use it to your advantage. What is a habit? Think about driving. When you first learned, every movement required your full attention. Hands on the wheel, mirrors, brakes, turn signals, so much to think about. Today, you probably drive home without having to think twice. Your brain created an automatic pathway. Healthy habits work exactly the same way. The goal is to make healthy choices so familiar that they require very little mental energy. And that's especially important for women over 50 because we're often balancing careers, families, aging parents, grandchildren, relationships, and everything else life throws at us. When you eliminate the need to decide, consistency follows naturally. Researchers describe habits as a simple loop. First comes the cue. Something reminds your brain to act. Next comes the routine. That's the behavior itself. Finally comes the reward. Your brain experiences something positive and said, let's remember that. The more often that loop repeats, the stronger it becomes. That's why habits feel automatic over time. Let's use breakfast. The cue is you walk into the kitchen. The routine is you make Greek yogurt with berries and nuts instead of grabbing a pastry. The reward is you feel energized, satisfied, avoid the mid-morning energy crash. Repeat that enough times. Your brain begins expecting that healthy breakfast. Now you're no longer forcing yourself. You're simply following a familiar pattern. Why tiny habits beat big changes? Many women think transformation requires changing everything overnight. New diet, new workout, new schedule. That's exhausting. Instead, focus on habits so small they almost feel too easy because small habits get repeated and repeated actions change your brain. Meet Susan. Susan is 61. She wanted to lose weight and gain muscle. She started exercising 6 days a week, meal prepping every Sunday, counting every calorie. After 2 weeks, she was exhausted. Then she stopped. Instead, we simplified everything. Every evening after dinner, she walked for 10 minutes. That's all. After 3 weeks, walking became automatic. Soon, she naturally extended her walk to 20 minutes. A month later, she added 2 strength workouts each week. Not because someone told her to, but because walking had changed how she saw herself. She had become someone who takes care of her body. One of the most powerful discoveries in behavior science is that lasting habits aren't built around goals. They're built around identity. Instead of saying, I want to lose 20 pounds, start saying, I'm becoming someone who properly fuels my body. I'm becoming someone who moves every day. I'm becoming someone who prioritizes sleep. Every small action reinforces that identity. Eventually, healthy choices feel like something you naturally do because they align with who you believe you are. Let's make this practical. Healthy habits don't happen in just one area of life. They happen across all 4 fearless pillars. First is food. Instead of focusing on restriction, create food habits. For example, eat protein before carbohydrates. Prepare tomorrow's lunch after dinner. Drink a glass of water before coffee. Simple, repeatable, and automatic. Second is fitness. Lay out your workout clothes in the night before. Schedule strength training like a doctor's appointment. Walk after lunch every weekday. You're designing your environment to make healthy choices easier. Third is feelings. Stress is one of the biggest reasons women fall out of healthy routines. Create emotional habits too, like pause before reacting. Write down one thing you're grateful for. Take 3 slow breaths before eating. Small practices create emotional resilience. Fourth is what we call refresh, or sleep and recovery. Sleep doesn't begin when your head hits the pillow. It begins with your evening routine. Dim the lights, put your phone away, read for 10 minutes. Your brain begins recognizing those cues that it's time to rest. Those cues become habits too. Many people think dopamine is the reward chemical. It's actually involved in motivation and learning. Every time your brain recognizes progress, even a small success, it becomes more likely to repeat that behavior. That's why celebrating tiny wins matters. Don't wait until you've lost 20 pounds. Celebrate drinking enough water, or that you took a walk today. Celebrate making a protein-rich breakfast. Those moments reinforce the habit loop. Here's your action plan. This week, choose one habit in each fearless pillar and attach it to something you already do. For food, after I pour my morning coffee, I'll make my high-protein breakfast. For fitness, after I brush my teeth, I'll put on my walking shoes. Feelings, before I eat lunch, I'll take 3 slow breaths. And refresh or recovery, after I turn off the TV, I'll plug my phone in outside the bedroom. That's called habit stacking. You're using an existing habit as the cue for a new one. It's one of the easiest ways to make healthy behavior stick. If you're ready to start building these habits with a simple plan, download my free 7-day Menopause Belly solution. Inside, you'll find high-protein meals, shopping lists, and daily action steps designed specifically for women over 50. The link is waiting for you in the description below. If this video made you think of a friend who keeps saying, "I know what to do, I just can't stick with it," would you share this with her? Sometimes one small shift in understanding habits can make everything finally click. Now here's something exciting. Once your healthy habits become part of your identity, something changes. You stop chasing results, and results start catching up to you. In the next video, I'll explain why progress often feels slow at first, then suddenly accelerates, and why understanding that process can keep you from giving up too soon. If you ever felt like you're doing everything right, but not seeing results, you won't want to miss it. Remember, consistency starts the journey. Habits keep the journey going. You don't have to become perfect. You simply have to become the kind of woman who keeps showing up. Every healthy choice is another vote for the person you're becoming. And that's how lasting transformation happens. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in episode 3.